All right, everybody. Welcome to Fresh Takes Gaming, episode number 5. Thank you, Claw, for the host. Much appreciated, brother. I'm here with my delightful longtime buddy and now co-host with me tonight, CMB 2G. What is up, man? How you been doing? It's been a long time.
Doing fine, man. Doing fine. How about you?
Good, man. It's lots of stuff to cover tonight. Lots of stuff to talk about. Stuff we will probably disagree with. So it'll be a good
I'm
time.
sure. I mean, it wouldn't be a podcast if there wasn't some discord.
Yes. For
Shout out to our
sure.
sponsor, Discord. I mean, sorry.
Shout out to our sponsor, Discord. This guy.
Yep. But yeah, thanks for having me on. I've been seeing you really taking it on Mixer like full force, man. So I'm glad to be here.
Hey, man. You know, I'm trying to do it, man. I'm trying to entertain, inform, irritate, whatever. the masses.
Well, irritate should be pretty easy for you.
Yeah. I mean, there's no shortage of things in the gaming industry to trigger people on. So I'm.
Oh my God. Talk about it. Yes. We got a lot of things to talk about this evening, I'm sure.
Oh yes. 100%, my friend. Sorry, I'm just double checking some things here. Claw, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. And good evening to you. Let me tell you, Claw was unable to be here tonight. And I appreciate you, CMB.
In spirit.
Yes.
Spirit.
I appreciate you being here tonight, CMB, filling in his shoes. He is in the middle of the woods somewhere. That's all I know. That's all I really know.
But still able to connect to the stream. That's dedication there, sir.
Yes, and he is on his phone right now, showing the love, continuing to support Fresh Takes Gaming. So much love to you, DS Claw. Miss you, buddy, but we'll see you real soon when you get back. Yes, sir. But anyway, first things first. I guess we should kind of tell people about you. Your first time on the show. And I don't know if you want to give any stories or anecdotal information about how we met, how our friendship formed, and how we got to this point in our lives as adults now.
As old men, I'll speak for myself. As old men, you know, we've been playing games and technology and working together for what, man? 15 years? That's a long time.
Yeah, I think we met, it was either 2001 or 2002, I think.
Yeah.
So it's now 2018. We're going at least minimum 15 years of
that's a long
gaming
time,
friendship, man. And that is a long time. That's a very long time.
Yeah, but I guess how we met and how we really cemented the relationship was nights of oh my God. We're talking Halo 2. Talking Xbox, the original Xbox modding scene, and just oh my God, the amazing things that we were able to learn just from modding Xboxes and from doing
breaking
mods
them
on Halo 2 and Evo X, you know.
Evo X flashing EPROMs.
Back when I thought you could just plug a switch up to another switch and it should work, right?
It should work.
How far we've come.
We've come very far. Come very far from those days, man, where we'd be up till 3-4 a.m. Bricked my Xbox at one point, or you bricked yours. I don't remember whose it was. We bricked one of our Xboxes, and I think I passed out in your recliner.
And I was determined because I felt bad. I said, this guy is out $200-300. His Xbox is dead. I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I read all the instructions.
Yes.
And I said, hold on, just create a restore disk. I mean, we know PCs. It's just a restore disk.
Yeah.
And we got an Evo X image on there and put it on disk, and sure enough, you were up and running. Not soon thereafter.
It was fantastic.
It was some good times, man. I mean, I've been gaming, you know, probably the Atari, or at the very least on my own since first Nintendo was probably the first thing I really begged my grandparents for. Nintendo.
Yeah.
With the laser and the robot. Had to have the robot, even though now I just think of the money that was wasted. That was the most silliest thing. So Yeah, so it's been a long history, man. So it's great to meet people like you along the way, and just making memories. I mean, people say, "Oh, you play games, you're a nerd." I said, "No, I got good friends, and
Yeah,
games just kind of bring us all together."
absolutely.
And there's a game
Absolutely.
out there I know is on your list that definitely brings friends together, but some people they just can't see past the salt. I don't understand it. But
They
anyway,
so bring some
I'll
people
leave it to
together,
you.
but
I'll leave it to you.
others, they drift apart, or
Hmm.
they jump platforms.
Something. I don't know
Something
what's going on with some of
combination of
those
all
guys.
things.
Yeah.
But then we come back together on the one uniform platform, the PC Master Race.
The
So
PC Master Race.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So that's the evolution. We started out at the Xbox OG
Yep.
Duke controllers, big
Hmm.
hand Godzilla hand monster controllers,
Those things were huge, man. I kind of miss
They
them
were
though.
you could throw one right now and that's a felony in several states, I'm sure.
It is.
It's murder.
It is.
But now look
It's
at it now.
murder.
But but now you have this guy, Bub Drummer, playing a AAA title through some new form of technology.
Yeah. Basically, Google has a cult of witches performing black magic to make Project Stream happen.
Okay,
That's kind of
okay.
where I'm at right now with it. And I guess that'll kind of lead into to the one of the topics here we're going to talk about is Project Stream impressions. We've mentioned it before on the show. Both Microsoft and Google have announced their cloud gaming platforms, and Google already has a beta out for it. There's still signups available if you want to try it out. Projectstream.google.com. All you need is a Gmail account and an Ubisoft account, and Google Chrome. Once you're accepted into the beta. So yeah, as we've said before, they've partnered with Ubisoft on this to let you play Assassin's Creed Odyssey, brand new AAA title game, for free till January 18th. And they give you $10 of in-game currency to spend in the Ubi store for Odyssey. So if you want like a certain
Cherry on top for you.
yeah, man, just a little cherry on top. Here, you want some cool cosmetics? Here's $10. Go have at them. So yeah, not a bad deal, man.
I'm just thinking just from Ubisoft's standpoint. Hey, here's our new AAA game. Maybe the audience for Assassins may be waning, but hey, here's this new technology. Let's do it. I mean, that's pretty cool.
It,
And I'm pretty sure that would bring some people into even maybe just buying the game if they have a console already.
yeah. Oh, for sure, for sure. Um, Based on what I've played so far, so I have a 100 meg download, 10 upload connection where I'm at,
Mm-hmm.
and it was
Excuse me.
it's the future, man. Like
So I mean, you have a pretty fast connection though, right? 100 megs is pretty good.
100 megs is pretty good. But there's a lot of people now getting gig connections. I mean, if you have Verizon Fios, most people are getting gig connections to their home now. So in highly populated areas, obviously, if you're more rural, probably not so good. But I think Google said all you need. I think I read it on a
I think 25 megs.
subreddit. I think it was 20 or 25 megs. What they said kind of recommended as a minimum.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you're getting 1080p 60 frames in a Chrome tab. Like, the quality of how well it performed is mind-blowing to me.
Really?
Like, yeah. But
So not a laggy hot mess. It was pretty.
no,
sounds like
man,
it's pretty
it's... And I even hooked it up on a Mac on Wi-Fi. So we know, and this is a 2012, I think it was a 2014 Mac. So it's about 4 years old. So 13-inch, doesn't have really a hefty GPU, has okay for the time processors. Ran great on Wi-Fi. I'm just like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And I've been playing it. I even tried it on my lunch break at work where we have a gig connection, gig backbone, and oh my god, dude, that was even better. Like, just butter.
So just logging into any Chrome, you just log into Chrome and you're good, basically.
Yeah, open up Chrome, go to projectstream.google.com, sign in with your Gmail account that got accepted in the beta. It's like, all right, then there's a button that says, hey, we just need to run a quick test. Make sure you're good to go. Run a quick test. It's probably checking your ping, your upload speed, how many hops you have to make to get to the servers, whatever. And it's like, hey, plug in a controller, or if you want to use keyboard and mouse, that's cool too. There was nothing to install. There was no add-ins. There was no prompts for, Windows Universal Access Control. Like, oh, do you want to allow this to run? No, none of that crap. Just Chrome, a web browser you're probably already using. Go to the website, log in, play the damn game.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It's on another level, man. If I need to, at some point, I need to come to your house and just log in on your computer with it and just let you see what this is, and you'll just be like,
that's pretty. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, I've heard about it, and I mean, there's been other companies I think that have dabbled into this cloud gaming thing. But
right.
If you're talking about big players like Google, you're talking about Microsoft, who have the infrastructure. And I mean, Google, of course, like you mentioned kind of some of the networking challenges I'm sure that you have when you talk about hops. Just think about Google's infrastructure. They're like, oh, hops, we are the internet. We've already conquered this land. We can get you to something that's gonna be efficient. So if they can, I mean, seems to be, if Microsoft is looking at it, what's Microsoft's platform called?
They're just called a Project X Cloud.
Okay.
So, I'm a Microsoft fanboy, as you know, but new technology is new technology, right? So yeah, if it's Google, if it's Apple, if it's Microsoft, I'm going to try it just to really see what it's about.
Right.
And so Project Stream was the first one announced, first one that had any sort of beta being offered for it. So that's why I hopped on that to try it. And I'm glad I did, because this has just opened my eyes up to, like I said, I know I keep saying this is the future of PC gaming. I mean,
right.
And because it's accessibility. Is this going to cater to the people that want, 144 frames, 4K, HDR, all this stuff? Probably not. But if you're looking to get more console players to PC game, this is the answer. It's accessible.
Yeah.
And even what Microsoft is doing with Project X Cloud is they're trying to only obviously Xbox platform, PC platform, phones and tablets. So right now, Google's Project Stream is just tied to Chrome on a computer or Mac OS or a Chromebook.
Okay.
They haven't done anything really mobile yet as far as a handheld device. I'm sure that'll come down the road, but it's not there yet. So from my standpoint, xCloud's going to go into a beta in 2019 at some point. I don't have any more information on that yet, but can they compete with Project Stream from Google? Probably so, because you have they're both.
They've already got a foot in the door too. I mean, Microsoft is huge in the gaming industry, so I mean, for one, they're going to have more games probably.
Yep.
I mean, the thing about Google, they're notorious for like kind of just dabbling. I just want to see some things. Like, what was the platform we were using years ago where it was like a social thing, and it was almost like a iteration before they got Google Docs and
was it Google Plus?
In Google Plus, it was even before Google Plus. This was when we were at FSC, and we would all log in, and you could see people typing, and you could see people like editing stuff. It was called it was Google Wave.
Oh, Wave! Oh my God, dude, I totally forgot about that.
Google Wave. Just think about what
Google
Wave was and how all of those little pieces have trickled down into things that you see today. I mean, so if this Google Stream, I mean, it may just be something they want to test the waters with.
Right.
But Microsoft is really in a position because, I mean, obviously they've doubled down. Xbox is trying to double down on content and their commitment to try to keep,
the financial commitment, man.
Yeah, they're trying to keep you guys, the fanboys too, happy. Because I mean, let's just say, they've had their struggles, this generation with their project. I mean, just games, just in
Yeah, I was
general,
gonna
their
say
first
only
party stuff.
really only from an exclusivity standpoint for
Yeah,
titles.
yeah. They're just missing out on like a killer, a hit,
Yep.
killer app.
Could be
So
Crackdown 3. I'm still waiting for it. I know
Crackdown 3,
it's
yeah.
become kind of a meme at this point with the delays, but they haven't changed it yet. It's supposed to be February 2019. Fingers
February?
crossed. Yeah.
February is gonna be a busy month, man. I don't know the
Oh,
exact calendar, but you got some
I know.
anthems happening around that
I
time. The
know.
divisions. I mean, it's gonna be busy.
Mm.
I think I just saw a game moved out of that window. Oh, some for PlayStation. I think it's
Okay.
Days Gone. It's like a zombie
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
title they've pushed a little bit, but I think they're moving that out to April. They're like, we need a couple months to breathe.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this project. I mean, just so let's think about it. I mean, you can play Fortnite on your phone, and you have the Nintendo Switch, which is kind
Mm-hmm.
of breaking some rules.
Yeah.
Um, so this, I mean, do you think they're going to be eating their own lunch? I mean, just think, I don't need to buy a console anymore. I don't need an Xbox. I don't need a PlayStation.
So this is what. This is kind of what I would. One of the thoughts that came to me was for Microsoft with xCloud. They announced that this is their backbone, and we've heard a lot about Xbox Scarlet.
Okay.
Right? Could Microsoft pull a like Houdini thing on you? Right? Just think about. Just follow my thought process on this.
Okay.
They announced Xbox Scarlet. They said it's our next Xbox. We're working on it, right? And then months that was at E3, whatever. Months later, now xCloud's announced. What if Xbox Scarlet is not even a physical item? It's a software. Like Xbox Scarlet. Oh, if you already have the Xbox app, you already have it on your phone. Or on your Surface. Because if it's a Windows PC, it's already on your PC. The Xbox app's preloaded on Windows 10 devices. So it's, oh yeah, it's not a console. You already have Xbox Scarlet if you have a Windows computer. What? You just open up your Xbox app. It's already preloaded.
Okay. I mean,
Okay. I know it's kind of far-fetched, but I'm telling you, man.
It's very
Because
futuristic, but we still live in a society of, like you said, where's the payday in that? Hardware sales, right?
But they don't make money off the hardware. Notoriously, they don't. They make money off the games and accessories and services.
But here's the thing. With this, in any cloud project, you have to rely on the internet. And I will admit, more and more games now do require the internet, and we're almost to the point where almost every console game I get digitally. But you got to have that network connection to really have a good experience. So
True.
I think that is still going to prevent them from just going no hardware. Especially hardware is just, I mean, something shiny that you can put
Hey,
your
thanks for
hands
the
on.
follow.
You need
Aura.
that, man. Yeah, you need that, bub.
Yeah.
You need something you can actually touch.
You want that tangibility. Okay.
It needs to be that shiny new thing. Look at Apple, the masters of it. Apple knows how to make you want every year something new and shiny. Even though you already have something that's new and shiny, you want something else that's
And then
new and
50% of them don't charge. So, I mean, whatever.
Well,
No, but I get your point. It's a perception thing, right? You perceive that this is the new hype, this is the new product that you need to be jonesing for, so you go buy it.
Well, I'm thinking more so of like mirroring kind of what you said, but instead of software, it's still a console, but it's actually blurring the lines of hardware. So instead of a console, it's blurring the line of console and a PC. I mean, Xbox is already kind of doing that because you have Windows. Windows
Right.
is the gaming platform. It's the biggest gaming platform, right?
Right. What?
So
Go ahead.
no, I was going to say, so if you have, a console, Scarlet, that
Mhm.
has this Project X Cloud built into the DNA of it to where it's seamless.
Right.
And let's say there's a handful of games. Not even say AAA. I mean, it's cool to have a AAA game, but just think of some of the kind of arcade type games or their indie games
Oh,
are
yeah.
automatically able to run through this X Cloud. I mean, like you said earlier, the main word is accessibility.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. And then, there's another train of thought that I ventured off into. Okay, well, maybe it's not a software thing. because they're saying, oh, it's your tablet, it's your phone, it's your this, your this, and then there's Xbox Scarlet. Okay, maybe Xbox Scarlet is the new portable handheld Xbox console, like in the vein of a Switch, where you can hook it up at home if you want to, but you can also take it with you and it has a chargeable battery.
That would, because if you look at it, you just got Chrome on PC, and Xbox is already saying, hey, we're going to go tablet, we're going phones, we're going everything.
Yep.
There's a lot of different phones and a lot of different devices that, for them to make that blanket statement like, oh, we're covering all of that. Maybe
it's a bold move,
maybe
man.
they're gonna make a hybrid device that can, hey, it's a tablet, it's a phone.
Yeah.
You know?
So I don't know.
I'm excited.
I mean, yeah, exactly. The excitement and the hype is real with finding out more about this. Yeah. The other thing I know is Project Stream is setting the bar, essentially, of what this could be. Now, it's a race. It's a race at this point, essentially, right? So, Google's the first to offer this, right? And they came out the gate with a huge title attached to it, not some, it's not a, an indie type game or like, the Messenger. It's 8-bit or 16-bit. Indie. Nothing against indie games. I love indie games, but the requirement for
it's a AAA,
the amount of data.
It's a Ubisoft flagship title. I mean,
exactly.
I don't play Assassins anymore, but I know how intense that game can be. So to be able to because when I think of it, I'm like, okay, you're going to need this on your perception is, I need something that's going to be able to run this well.
Right.
Your browser is the last thing you think is going to be able to pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
I can play some Flash games in my browser. I can play Snake,
Pong,
but I can't play freaking Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Maybe the first one, but this is the newest one. So I think it's really cool. I'm gonna have to keep my eye on it. I may even try to sign up for. I'm caught into a no life of like one game right now. So any other game, she's cute, but she's not that cute. Take me away from my current.
My current
one is
my main girl. Yeah.
So good right now. So.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what
that subject.
Yeah. But so yeah, I mean, future's bright. We'll see. We'll definitely keep an eye on this, see how it progresses for it. I'm interested to see when that beta goes live for the xCloud, to try that out as well. But yeah, touching on what you were saying about, you think, it's a AAA title with Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed, and everything like that, that you need a nice spec'd out rig with a nice NVIDIA GPU in it, if you can afford one.
We didn't really say, like, what are you running it on? Like, do they have, like, actual resolution and, like, frames per second? I mean...
So they're touting 1080p 60 frames. Right? That's what they're touting. Obviously...
That's pretty freaking good.
Yeah. Obviously, frame drop and stuff is dependent upon your connectivity, right? So there were times I'd say about when I've played... I'm now, like, 12 hours into this game, dude.
Oh, really?
Man, because the last Assassin's Creed game I played was the second Assassin's Creed that had the multiplayer component introduced with you back on like old school
multiplayer.
Yeah,
I used to love that multiplayer.
You did, man.
God, I love
hiding the hay bales and stuff.
It was broken, but I love it.
So broken.
I love it.
But that just after the second one, I just got turned off from Assassin's Creed games. So this one, I looked into it a little bit. It was kind of on my radar a little bit, and I was like, it looks like a pretty sweet game. A lot of people were saying it's really good. So then I saw this. It's like, hey, you get to play this till June 18th. It's like, why not try to sign up for it? So I did, and I'm really enjoying the game. I am sucked into it, man. Like,
well, that's interesting because a good friend, Shawshank,
Shaw. Happy birthday, Shaw. By the way, I know it's your birthday today. Yeah. Shout out to Shaw.
Shawshank 37. Give him a follow.
There you go. He's getting that pumpkin spice Jergens for his birthday.
Special edition
Jergens.
Pumpkin spice Jergens, man. Women love the pumpkin spice.
Oh man,
just boil yourself down with the Jergens and good things can happen.
Oh my god.
But no, he's played Assassins. He's never stopped playing it. Oh, you guys probably should talk because he wants me to play it, but I already got a girlfriend.
I think I know the name of that girlfriend.
Oh, you
I
know
think it's
it.
like a stripper name, like Destiny.
Oh,
Oh,
oh yeah.
oh
That's
yes,
it.
Destiny. So,
That's her, man.
segue, since we're there. So
Yeah.
we'll keep you guys updated in more episodes about the xCloud and Project Stream stuff. If you can sign up for it, projectstream.google.com. Go there. Beta's still open. Hopefully you get in and get to try this. It's freaking awesome. Google sponsorship. Get at me. So yeah, Destiny 2 Forsaken has made another unsurprising move to me, and Forsaken its day one purchasers.
Wow, how long did it take you to come up with that?
Not long at all, because when the salt's flowing, it's just coming at me. Anyway, so as you know or well aware, Destiny 2 Forsaken will be giving all new purchasers of Forsaken all previous content included. Yo, what's up, Kira? How you doing, man? So, which is the Cyrus and Warmind, and all the day one purchases of Forsaken or Cyrus and Warmind, it's like, yeah, here's some loot in game. Thanks for your
cosmetics, right?
$100+
Yeah. I mean, it's about a $40 difference, I guess, if you were early to the party.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seeing that type of stuff does irk me a little bit. It's like if you go to Home Depot, you buy something, you go next week, the price change. Everybody now does. You get a window. We're not going to change the price on it. You go to Best Buy, you get your money back.
Right.
So it does rub me a little bit of the wrong way. But since I knew I was going to be on the podcast, I have to defend Destiny. I don't care how she's on the pole working for me, man. So I need to make sure she can keep twerking. So my counter argument here is early adopters. Early adopters in any industry always pay a tax for being first. Now I will agree though, Destiny and Bungie, not Destiny, but Bungie, when they said it requires both DLC,
mm-hmm.
this is a bigger problem that Bungie has to deal with because they're dealing with a game that they want to sell a SKU of, but it's a live game.
It's a service.
It's a service at this point.
Yeah.
So they don't want to do a subscription model, which I don't know if any game has been successful with that on a console, really. Paying a monthly fee. People kind of like, what? I'm not paying a monthly fee.
Because you're already paying for your Xbox Live Gold or your PlayStation Network annual fee.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So, in that case, I mean, they have a problem that they need to solve. So the problem is the requirement is saying, hey, you need to play all of the DLC.
Thanks, NGCN, for the follow.
Yeah, thanks. But I mean, here's the thing. You paid, you played, right? You paid, you played. If you come in September, a year later, hey, we need more people to join the game. We can't have the same, million people playing because eventually they're going to stop playing, right? So we need to bring in new people. But my brother-in-law was here from out of town.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to explain Destiny to him. It is impossible to explain that game to a new person.
I can see how that would be difficult, yeah.
It's so many systems, and I mean, he's played Halo. He knows first-person shooters, so that's the only point of reference. As soon as I start talking about loot, and I start talking about player progression, and I start talking, a bunch of different things that go into Destiny. So Bungie's going to keep stumbling, I think, with things like this. But in my defense, early adopter tax. Hey, you came in late. Hey, you get to get it for. Come on. I had a friend that was in the clan. He was on the fence. Saw the price drop. He went ahead and picked it up. So he's a good PvP player, and I need help with PvP right now. You guys out there, I'm on PS. I'm on PlayStation. I need help in PvP, guys. Competitive is a B.
Hey, put out your PSN name if you want, man. Where they can find you.
I'm gonna put it out. It's CMB2G. I am grinding for the Luna right now. I need you guys' help. Help me out here. Look at this face. Help me, please. But yeah, the in-game loot for the DLC. I mean, we get an emblem. You get some. To me, it's crap. As an adult male, I don't care about that stuff. But at least in their defense, they didn't just do it and say, "Hey, get you guys who pay the tax.
Yeah.
Apple does it all the time, so
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh yeah, there's the Apple tax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But no, I understand where you're coming from. There is, and from someone who has loved Destiny 1, was in a
yes, you used to
Destiny
love her.
was in a Destiny clan,
Tell them. Tell them what you used to do
did
for.
raids,
Tell them what
did
you used to do
everything,
for. Yes.
got super hyped when I got that Mytho class on my first run through VOG. Destiny 2, after I bought Destiny 2, I bought the special edition that has like the steelbook case and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and it came with the two first expansions, right? Osiris and Warmind. And I played through it. And then the first expansion dropped. I got that. Played through it. Second expansion dropped. Played through it. And I'm just like, I'm done with this game. I'm done giving my hard-earned dollars to a game that does not respect my hard-earned dollars, essentially. There are plenty of great games out there that could have earned my money, or that I feel like I could have given my money to, other than Bungie. And Bungie's just kind of slapping its player base in the face at that time. Now, Forsaken, people are saying it's great, it's bringing the game back and all that stuff. But this was the same model Bungie went through on Destiny 1 till they got to the Taken King. So, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So, this is their business model.
No. That's not right. Fool me once.
Shame on you. Fool me. How's that go? It's an old adage. I'm screwing this up.
Fool me again. Can't fool me twice. That's the George W. Bush version.
George W. Bush version? Okay. So, again, I realize the game has a lot of stuff going on with it. But this, the second time that the pattern is exactly the same of how they're doing their content, it's too coincidental for me at that point. Let me put my tinfoil hat on. It looks purposeful. It's like, we're gonna sell short the first two expansions so we can like really buckle down, because we have a timeline, we have a deadline as a development studio. Get this out because we're in bed with Activision and they are holding us to this because they want money and we want money and we want to do whatever. So they shorted the first two expansions so they could really sell Forsaken. Again, this is speculation. I have no idea. I have no insider knowledge at all.
Well, I mean, that's
just how it looks.
Theory. That's a very, from someone who's definitely drinking the Kool-Aid, it's interesting to see another side of it. I mean, but here's the thing. I think a lot of us love games so much, and as we become older, we kind of can become, I guess for lack of a better term, armchair developers.
Oh, yeah, like, totally.
We kind of think, I mean, you can just see it just in Twitter. People are always going after developers and games, and this, it can be a point that us as gamers, this relationship we have with developers. But I guess my thing is, I don't think they wanted to make Destiny 2 as bad as it was. But when you say bad for who? Like, the perception was, for some people, this is what you guys wanted. You wanted a game that was more balanced. You wanted a game that was a little less grindy, right? This is what we heard. But who was listening? Who took the feedback, and who and right. And of course they got game development is really hard, I'm sure. So in general,
I can't even imagine.
I've given Bungie a pass. I mean, they have definitely done things, and I like to call them out. You saw what was in my Discord. When I saw this news, I made sure to call it out.
Yeah.
But I think they've created something that is just unmatched in the market. There's no other game like it. I mean, there's Diablos, there's Borderlands, but there's only one.
And to Bungie's credit, yeah, I 100% agree that there is nothing else like this out there, game wise.
So would you?
If you're trying to, if you're
them for making a mistake, they're stumbling. They were like, we have to make a new engine. We have to drop 360 support. By the way, this guy left. He was writing our story and he just dipped. So now we gotta come out in September, please. So they listened to their feedback and they have changed their model. And I know a lot of people aren't happy about the annual pass.
Mm-hmm.
But just think, the DLCs weren't working, man. The fact that you can say you put out this game, but we know you already have 2 DLCs planned, means that was this content cut? It should have been in the first game. And they're like, well, got to put out some DLCs. This is a live game. People get bored. We're done. People are gonna leave.
Yeah.
So
Well,
they were in a never-ending cycle of trying to catch up, and so I think Forsaken is them catching up. Where they go from here, I think, is what's going to be the proof. Destiny is a stand like a classic Halo level franchise. It's up to Bungie now. It, you know, it's up to them to prove it.
It is.
From
It is.
Forsaken on. Now, if we see this pattern again, if they blow up the tower in Destiny 3 and start all over, and the game they listen to, I don't know, some subreddit who said this is how we want the game made, and it sucks, then hey, there's like you said earlier, you spent your money. I think what's worse is if you spend a lot of time. If you spend
Yeah.
a lot of time in a game, you don't get to play other games, and you can see what happened to a lot of streamers. Destiny streamers,
Oh,
they
yeah.
really they took a hard hit, man. So
They
they had
did.
to adapt, and luckily Fortnite was here. For a lot of those guys, yeah. Luckily,
Are you
Fortnite.
as over Fortnite as I am?
I never really got into it, man. I
No,
never
no,
did.
not about getting into it. Not even playing the game. Just
Okay.
hearing about it being ever present in culture. Congrats to Epic on that. I'm not taking away from Epic on that
Right.
because if something that you have created has become so ingrained in media and in culture now that everybody knows it, everybody is familiar with it. That's a huge success, and you are making money hand over fist. So, good on you. But
Yeah.
I'm just tired of hearing about it, just tired of seeing it, just tired of, ugh. I feel like just being like force fed Fortnite all the time.
My thing is, part of me is that I always love to see the dance, see the kids doing the dances, and I just can't. I love it every time. I love to see the kids. I love to see the memes. Thank you, but I can't play the game. This is really the first game that's made me realize that one day I will be too old to game. This
Ah,
is
I
the
guess
first
so.
game that made me realize that I
Yeah.
can't do this crap. I can't do it. I can't build. I
Oh, you
can't
can
shoot.
curse. This is flagged for 18 and up.
Oh, okay, I can't do this shit. I can't. I can't. I can build a wall, but when you see somebody like a Ninja or any of the top players who play, I'm just like, I'm really flabbergasted. Like that's the best word for it. Like I have no idea how to do that.
So we got a question in the chat from DS Claw. He asked who is co-hosting so we can hit that follow. CMB doesn't really stream. He's just a really close friend of mine. We've been gaming forever. He dabbled. You dabbled a little bit in the stream thing.
I try to, and I mean I have a small Twitter presence, but it's only to troll people, to troll the internet, just like that guy you don't want to see in your comments. That's me probably. But throw me a follow, sure. CMB2G. You'll see some really funny YouTube stuff, really crappy gameplay. But yeah, so I lost my thought. Oh yeah,
So-
Fortnite. Now,
yeah.
but hold on, before we leave that, do you remember Halo? We were
Hey,
part
thanks
of
for the
that.
host, Aura.
Yeah, we were part of Halo, Bub. People like you and me were part of Halo.
Oh,
and
we
Halo
were.
We became that phenomenon. Now there wasn't emote dance, but there was red versus blue.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, people in the office
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to be, and they say, "What are you watching? This is stupid." I just give them the look.
This is true.
Oh.
Like, this is genius. Do you not understand what is happening?
Do you not see this artistic quality here? Come on, man. So
That's
now
true.
it's Fortnite, and it's a little bit extreme, but it's the same. It's kind of the same thing happening again. But
I never
ours was
thought about
Halo.
that way.
Ours was Halo.
Yeah.
Fortnite is for the kids, man. Let the kids have
Yeah.
it. But I love the memes. I love the dances. To see a gamer reach the. I mean, this guy was on NBC Money or whatever show, Ninja,
Yeah.
interviewing him like, "You're making $50,000 a month or something, whatever he's making." A gamer. Think about it. We
Yeah.
used to have to be in our mom's basement with pizza
Yeah.
rolls.
Hiding out.
Now we're on Wall Street, baby.
Yeah, we are on Wall Street. Well, Ninja was on, I think, the cover of ESPN magazine last month or this month. The first esports gamer. Yeah. ESPN's trying to get hit with it, man.
You're blowing my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Legit.
Yeah.
So-
I like it.
But yeah, I see. I never thought about that with like the red versus blue and the Halo stuff. I mean, I can kind of see the line you're drawing there to connect us to.
When your grandmother or my grandmother or your aunt knew the word with Halo, they knew Halo wasn't ahead.
Yeah.
That's when it was a cultural phenomenon. For those type of people who know what is a video game,
Yeah.
They knew what Halo was. They're playing that dang Halo in there. And
It's
similar
true.
with Call of Duty. If you think about Call of Duty
Yeah.
too, Call of Duty was the next one for me.
Yeah, really.
Uh,
Speaking of, have you been spending any time? I know you bought Black Ops 4, right?
Time?
Don't you
Destiny
can't.
might hear you, man.
Destiny might hear you.
Destiny might hear you, man. You don't want to hear that I got another game, man. What? Got something on the PC now? No, I did buy it. But I've only played it twice, man. I haven't. Here's the problem. Again, I want to bring back Destiny a little bit, so everybody who's viewing knows a little bit. I play Destiny probably every day, almost at least 4 hours a day. Hardcore Destiny guy. So when you talk about another game, it's usually just I don't have anything to do in Destiny. But what the problem is now is that too much to do almost. That's the new problem. There's too many things to do in Destiny. So I have Black Ops. It's sitting. I played 2 games. Didn't even get my key bindings down yet. I played
Wow.
PUBG today too, just because they were giving away some free points.
Oh, word. They need to do something, man. That game is broke.
Oh, that's why they're giving away free points. I
Yeah,
guess,
that game is broke as a joke, man. I haven't been back in that game since we played, pretty much.
It's funny because on their main page they have like a little banner that says "Fix PUBG."
PUBG.
It's like
Yeah, it's like
it's
they're
like a hashtag type thing. They want
Yeah.
us to give them information. Like, what
yeah.
can we do?
It's like they're self-deprecating so they can get help.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but anyway, I don't know if you saw. I don't know if I told you. Was it last week or earlier this week? Time is a concept that eludes me now with a toddler, but
Oh, yeah.
I fired up Destiny 2 PvP recently. It was a few days ago.
Are you kidding me?
I kid you not. I fired it. I said,
You went-
okay.
The Destiny 2 PvP? Are you kidding
Yes,
me?
yes. I
Oh,
went into
no.
PvP.
Oh no.
And, dude, I've never been so close to being triggered in my life.
Oh my
Then
god.
the sliding shotgun meta is so much more hardcore now than I've ever seen it before. And I'm like, what is this garbage? I'm like, I didn't think it could get worse with the sliding shotguns, but it has. How is this possible? What? Why, Bungie? Nerf the crap out of this mechanic somehow, some way. And I'm like in there, I'm like shooting with guns. I'm trying to hit people with rocket launcher. Nothing happening, dude. Nothing happening. It was worse. I was so fired up about it. I was like, okay. And now this full disclosure here.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Titanfall 2. That's been my PvP game. And I'm pretty not to, pat myself on the back, but I'm pretty darn good at it. And then going to Destiny 2, I'm like, this game is slow as molasses for PvP. Because Titanfall's so much faster paced.
Yeah, it's
So like mobility wise, you have this going on, climbing up walls, jetpacking, doing this, slinging yourself on a grappling hook, whatever. I go into Destiny 2 PvP and I'm like, what is going on? I remember this being much faster than it is right now, and that could just be totally because of what I had previously been playing. With
There's probably
Titanfall
a couple
2.
things behind it,
Yeah.
but let's just back up. You went into a Destiny 2 PvP match? Are you kidding me? That right there is enough. That's an end. Put a period on that sentence. That's it. There's nothing else to say. You should not do that. You really shouldn't.
I used to be okay at it.
That is not your arena, sir.
It's not my arena.
No, because so many things have changed. The time to kill has changed. The weapon system, the
The time to
loadouts, all
kill.
that stuff
Time
has
to kill
changed.
seemed to be real quick for everybody else but me.
Yeah, well,
Kill me
I
real
mean,
quick. Can't kill
it's-
nobody.
I mean, I'm still trying to adjust to it a little bit. I mean, the update is it hasn't been out that long.
Okay.
Maybe a month.
Yeah.
Month almost.
Put it this way. When the only kills I was able to get is with the sidearm.
You found this. You found the anti-sliding shotgun.
Like
meta.
that was the only way I was able to kill him. I was like, I don't know. Let me just try the sidearm I have in my equipment. I put it on. I was like, wow, I actually was able to kill somebody with a sidearm.
mean,
What is
honestly,
going on?
I know we keep going back to Destiny, which is
We
good,
do, man. It's okay.
But the problem is they reintroduce random roles, and what's really interesting to me about Destiny is how one thing always it's going to affect something else, right?
Right.
But you don't know how it's going to affect it. So they say, okay, we're going to bring back random roles. We're going to change the weapon slots. You're going to do all these things, but you don't really know how that's going to play out until you get it. So when
Yeah.
the sandbox is released, you start playing it, and you're like, oh my god, like this is possible. Like even some of the new supers, you're like, what? You can do that now. Um, Now is it great? I think we're still a little bit in the learning period, at least for me at least. I'm still trying to figure
Yeah.
out shotgunning. I gave up on shotgunning. It wasn't something you
It
wanted
was
to do.
ridiculous.
But I mean you get 2 bullets.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. If you're running a sidearm, guess what? You don't drop ammo. So that person now is dropped. The biggest problem in PvP right now is Telesto. You
Mm.
remember Telesto,
I
the
have it.
fusion rifle that shoots the needlers from Halo, that sticks to walls, that sticks to you, that sticks to anything and explodes. That's a problem. It
That
used to
sounds
be a power.
amazing.
It used to be a power weapon. Now it's in your energy slot. You get 2
Oh, I
shots.
didn't notice that.
You die, you get 2 shots. So now you have to bait corners. You got to look, peek, and come back because Telesto will destroy you. So what's happening is there's a lot of cat and mouse, which is what I do find that very intriguing.
Yeah.
The fact that it's evolving and eventually it's gonna settle. Like right now we're still random rolls too. You put random rolls in the game. Maybe this guy's got the one perk that we all thought was trash, but oh my god, he's killing me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Totally. All right, moving on.
moving on.
We were talking about Fortnite briefly. Just going to segue into something like that. I don't know if you caught this or not, but Epic Games is suing Fortnite streamers for cheating.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Suing? Hold on. Did you say suing?
Suing.
Legal action.
Yes, legal action.
No, but you know what? That's not that crazy to me. Now that you said in China they were doing it to PUBG players all the time for cheating and selling. You're right.
So
Yeah.
Epic is suing for Fortnite streamers for cheating because on their streams they were kind of promoting these tools that they sold through like their little streamer storefront.
Oh wow.
That encouraged cheating. So Epic is suing them. I don't know all the details. I wasn't able to get through all the legalese of the statements. So
it makes sense to me.
I mean, I can't say I'm opposed to that. I mean, one, if you're cheating in a game, lame, shame on you. Two, if you're streaming it, you're dumb, and you're gonna get what's coming to you. I mean, I don't feel bad for you. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I have to admit that I would definitely need the cheats. I mean,
Well, yeah.
I mean, let's just be honest. I need the cheats.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would too. That's why I don't play the game.
But I may have
terrible.
to go to the dark. I may go to the dark web. Get some cheats.
Dark
from there.
web.
I can't just go to Mixer and a streamer tells me, "Hey, this is pay me $20 and you got aimbot."
Yeah.
Figured out a way to get around the anti-cheat or something. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you create a game, let's look at PUBG. PUBG is kind of falling apart, and it's because of cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
Because the game is kind of not optimized, but cheaters have had a lot.
Yeah.
They tried to region lock China, I think, recently. But the whole environment in PUBG has been bad because of cheating.
Right.
You probably heard of the big streamers like Shroud, who caught on stream with another. He wasn't cheating, but he was playing with a cheater.
Yep.
Flying cars and killing people and it was fun to watch. But he got a little slap on the wrist in PUBG. But Fortnite's like, no, we don't play that. This game is worth a lot of money right now.
Oh yeah.
We're not gonna let you sully the experience for those guys that really play the game and enjoy it. I mean, there's a lot of people who really like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I suing. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think in chat. Is it okay for Epic to sue people?
For sure.
The little guy like me who want to make $10 off of my aimbot. Did I get sued by a huge Epic? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I want to know.
we
Sue
need to
me.
know. Yeah.
Sue me if I'm on stream telling you with this face, hey guy, just go to this site and get some cheats.
Yeah.
You can.
It's a digital sell, no shipping.
Yeah, exactly. Good for Epic. They got to protect that IP, man.
And that's exactly what it boils down to is the company just protecting their asset because it's a free game. And they're making a lot of money. I mean, the millions upon millions of dollars for the season passes and the cosmetics and stuff. So if they're not doing anything actively and publicly about cheating, people are going to view the quality of their game going down, which is not going to encourage them to pay money for those things in that game.
And just think if cheating becomes a problem, and just word of mouth. Oh, Fortnite. Oh man, this guy's cheating. Why you
Mm-hmm.
play that?
Yeah.
Why you're wasting your time? You get killed legit, and you say, "Oh, cheating, aimbot."
Yeah.
Happens
Hacks.
to me in pub. Happens to me all the time in PUBG.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like, it's
dude.
no guy could have shot me, but
Yeah.
I, I just thought.
You know what's even better than PUBG? Ring of Elysium.
Ring of Elysium. Yes, it is.
It's so good. It's so good. It's
It
so not
is.
broken.
It is. It is.
But
It's Rings of Elysium, but Battle Royale is getting ready to die down.
I would agree with you on that.
I think it's gonna die down. But Rings of
Yeah.
Elysium was one of those games that could have like a cult following. I mean, the snowboarding and being on a hang glider with a Uzi. You know,
This guy right here.
the one time you do that is almost just worth playing.
Oh yeah, dude. Last week, man, I was went up on this mountaintop, popped the hang glider. I see some dude getting in a car, but I just start shooting at him. Granted, I didn't kill him, but just the idea of me using an MP5 from a hang glider to shoot at someone is so hilarious to me and fun.
Video game.
It's just
That's
fun.
video game.
It's a video game.
Yeah.
It's fun. So that's what I'm sold on, man. And the
We don't
snowboarding
always
fun.
want it. Yeah, we don't want it to just be so serious. Just let me use it. I mean, it's like Just Cause meets Battle Royale almost.
Yeah.
You know? Doing
Yeah.
some wild stuff.
So-
Crackdown could bring another element to it.
Oh yeah.
They go BR.
We'll see.
They could do a small BR type of thing.
Yeah.
It'd be cool in that sandbox. Sandbox is important.
Yes, for sure. All
We'll
right.
see.
So we're gonna move on here, man.
We're just
Lots of
chatting
stuff.
away,
We're
huh?
just chatting away, man. This is what it's about, man. This is what it's about.
Man.
We haven't talked in a while, so especially about game stuff, man. Because
We've been working a lot, man.
Yeah, we
Been
work. We work. That's what we do. So it's hard to take time to do all this. So, are you hyped at all for Red Dead Redemption 2? Did you ever play the first one?
I played Red Dead a little bit. I played the multiplayer. I played maybe 12 hours into the story.
Okay.
And I'm trying to just access memories. I don't really remember it.
So
at that
it
point in
didn't-
time, I remember playing a lot of.
Okay. So it's
Kinda
nothing
just
that
sitting
stuck
there.
with you that you're just like super diehard fan of, because there is a diehard fan base for this game. I never played any of them. I guess shame on me, but it's just I'm not a fan of westerns in general.
Okay.
That whole, I don't know, that whole environment, that whole theme just never pulls me into it. Like I never gravitate towards it. But I am impressed with Rockstar's numbers for this game.
Okay.
So I guess just the base game, I think, like campaign, maybe some side mission stuff. It's a 65-hour game. This is from an article on GameSpot I was reading, and there is over 300,000 animations, 500,000 lines of dialogue.
I mean, did you say 500?
500,000, yeah, 500,000, as in 500,000 lines of dialogue in the game, and the final script for the main story was 2,000 pages. That's a lot of content, bro. I mean, whether you
Just think of. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just thinking, I mean, if you think of that much content for a $60 game, yeah, you're getting your money's worth for sure. Again, am I going to buy it? Probably not. It's not my cup of tea, but I can see how it could be for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But what were you
Well,
going to say?
I like to break it down in like favorite movies or really good movies. Like let's just say Infinity War. We
Yeah.
all love Infinity War. It was really good. It was maybe let's just say just give it 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's 65 hours.
Yeah.
65 hours that you have to actually interact and play. And I mean, and Rockstar can tell a good story. I mean, I was just thinking about GTA 5 and how I really enjoyed playing it, but it wasn't like I was worried about, oh, I need to level up or I need to do this. Or I just like logging in and you would get the crazy guy.
Mm-hmm.
He would be like, you would see him on the side of the street in his underwear. You didn't know his story, but at that point you'd hop in a car and then you'd go on an
Yeah.
adventure. And it was always something to do. So Rockstar really knows how to curate those experiences, and to have a 65-hour experience like the main story to me is daunting. I'm honestly, when I see this,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me not want to play it because I think 65 hours.
Yeah.
That's 65 hours away from my baby.
Oh my God.
Oh,
This guy,
55
Odyssey,
hours. Oh my God.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a 100-hour game with
Goodness
of
gracious.
content, complete side missions, and a bunch of
Yeah.
other little auxiliary things there. But yeah,
That's
it's
very impressive. And I mean, I like the Red Dead. Excuse me. Now, my issue is initially, I guess it's not coming out on PC, or maybe it won't ever come out on PC.
right.
Um, I really don't want to. I really don't want to get it on PlayStation,
Right.
Xbox. I would prefer to get it on a PC. Because if you ever play GTA on a PC, oh my God, mods. But um, let's just think about it. I mean, if this game, if they poured that much into it,
Yeah.
what about the crunch? I know you've talked
Yeah.
about
Well,
seeing
see,
that
there was a
right?
lot of articles about this developer crunch. So I think it's
Well, let everybody know what crunch is, just
so
if you're not
develop
familiar.
from what I understand. And again, this is the first time I've heard this term ever because
Oh,
of
really?
this story. Well, I've heard of
Oh,
crunch, but I'd really never heard of. I guess I didn't know the definition of it. I knew a crunch. Like I've heard of like crunch time and crunching things, but like
like
the
crunch
extent.
bars. You talking
Crunch,
about candy bars? Yeah, I know about
yeah,
crunch
Nestle
bars.
Crunch,
Yeah. Crunch.
Captain
That's the one.
Crunch,
Yeah.
Crunch Berries.
There you go. There we go. That's the type of
But so apparently there was a quote, and I think it's been taken out of context, from one of the heads of Rockstar Games, saying there was a point in time where for GTA 5, I think it was, that they were doing 100-hour work weeks, and the statement was presented by the executive at Rockstar like almost a boastful thing, right? It was a achievement, a proud thing, like him and his employees were working 100-hour work weeks. So then, like, media blew up. Everybody's talking about this. Like, oh, that's terrible. Rockstar doesn't make me want to buy Red Dead 2 now. But people are jumping to conclusions. Next day, the same executive comes out, basically says that was only because he was like one of the lead writers or something for GTA 5. Said no, that was just for me and 3 other employees. That crunch was happening.
So you said what, 2,000 pages?
Was the final script for Red Dead 2? Yeah,
I could see that happening.
yeah. So
You got to finish it too. So
oh yeah. So this whole discussion came about because of this, right? This idea of developer crunch. It's a real thing. I remember at one point in time there were like spouses of was it EA? I think it was spouses of EA at one point, like wrote this open letter sort of thing, saying their husbands or wives or whatever working for EA have gone through this, experienced this. It's been a detriment to their physical and mental health, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, working 100-hour work weeks for an extended period of time, whether it's a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, it's gonna put a hurting on you, man. So then this led to, yes, this is why game developers should be unionized. So
Yeah.
I'm on the fence with that. I've seen the benefits of unions, and I've seen the not so great benefits of unions. So
I think we both have. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Maybe a couple different places. I mean, it can kill a company.
yeah, for sure.
It can actually kind of stomp out some growth or innovation.
Mm-hmm. So
But it also can, protect people from exploitation. Now, from what I also heard about this story was, they basically they said, hey, it's okay. We want to hear from Rockstar employees your experience in making Red Dead. And I mean, it's actually been pretty positive. People are like, well, I think, okay, if I did a 100-hour work week, maybe once, maybe twice, I was working on something that was really important to me and I was passionate about, because again, you got to think these people are artists.
right,
And artists don't work a 9 to 5. They're not banking hours, right?
right,
When the juice is flowing, sometimes you got to let the juice flow. So I think it is a hot topic, and I'm glad to see, because I think Rockstar was really they were a bad example. Yeah, I think.
yeah,
And I think they've kind of explained and been trying to be transparent, saying, hey, we have a full HR now. People can, they can have an outlet where they're not working 100 hours. But some people are passionate enough to to want to, and in any competitive environment, just think, I want to be the next lead on a project. Hey, I might put in the 100
Hey,
hours.
Claw, thanks for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Claw.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the crunch thing. We'll see what happens with it. It's one of those things that obviously needs to change in the industry. Like the idea of we are culture, or a developer is like, yo, we're a culture of, yeah, you're gonna crunch, and whether that's because of poor project management with timelines and things, like getting a project done. Because really, what when crunch occurs, it's because they're not meeting a deadline for something like they should, or are expected to, or have promised to shareholders, or whatever the case may be. So that's where that whole idea or systemic issue of crunch comes from, I think, is poor project management for the middle, or there's delays, or whatever the case may be.
I mean, it's game development. I mean, and most people say is, if you get a game out, and good on you, because the amount of things that can go bad,
Oh yeah,
it's immense. So, I mean, we love games, but games are very hard to make, very very hard to make, and it's a lot. And honestly, maybe to play devil's advocate, maybe Rockstar should make a 65-hour.
Thanks for hanging out,
300K
Kira.
Animation, 500K lines of dialogue game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot, man.
Yeah,
Guess what? If they broke it into a 30-hour game and then try to sell you a DLC,
they get flack for that too. Yeah,
they get flack for that too,
for
right?
sure.
So you got to look at it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, crunch. Hey, sometimes I have to crunch at work. I have a crunch bar.
There you
As much crunch as I do.
go. Yeah, same here, man. I mean, I'm thankful I don't have that much crunch in my job.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was a hot topic this week. I just wanted to get your thoughts on it, see what's going on. And chat, feel free to chime in on these topics. We'll definitely address any statements or questions you might have, or thoughts.
Please give us your opinion.
So,
give us your opinions, because it's just two
definitely.
guys up here shooting the shit.
Yeah, I mean, we are not the authority on this. We just like to speculate.
Unless we're talking about Destiny.
Well, yeah, that guy right there on the other end, over there, up there, that's the Destiny guy. You have any questions about Destiny? Talk to that guy, unless it's PvP related. Apparently,
Hey,
he needs help.
help me out. Need help in comp.
PlayStation Network, CMB, 2G, hit him up, help him out some PvP. Anyway, so let's go from Rockstar to RTX. I know a lot of YouTube channels this week, man, just not really advocating for Nvidia's new cards, man.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we waited so long, right? It's been like so much anticipation. Basically, I think almost a year for me. I just built my first gaming PC, and I was like, okay, I'm into this little community, or this whatever you want to call it. I'm just into the PC gaming thing now, fans and coolers and the hard drives and everything. I'm kind of like following it. So I'm like, okay, so I got a GTX, so RTX. Okay, what's the new stuff? So this is really my first.
Trace all the rays, bro.
Exactly, ray tracing. I'm having to learn all kind of like science. It's really cool. But,
It's really cool.
It's really cool, but
'Cause science.
I just want my frame. But I'm also looking at any product when it's time to upgrade TVs, phones, anything, right? Cars. What's the kind of what are you giving me? Like, I know what Apple's gonna do. Every year you're gonna get the new one, you're gonna get the S model, the next year's an incremental update. And you kind of know what you're getting with that incremental update.
Right.
GTX, I don't know what the last generation did. Like when this GTX 1080 came out, I don't know what the last, what was it, 980 or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the 9 series.
What was the performance jump, right? Was it generational?
Right.
This doesn't look generational with the RTX right now. And ray tracing, I know, is not, we're not really seeing some of these things that NVIDIA is pushing.
Yeah.
But are these things that gamers really want? I guess is the big question.
Yeah.
Do you want shiny? You like shiny?
Here's my thing, man. They showed the demo stuff. I've watched some of the videos of the demo stuff with like the Stormtroopers and some other game and stuff like that. I'm just like, cool.
Well, here's my thing.
I don't understand why this is $1,200.
Yeah, I'm new to PC gaming, and almost everybody I talk to say once you play a game, turn the settings down. I'm like, what? Don't turn them up. Turn them down. More performance. Turn them down. So I'm like, why are
Yeah.
we so worried about like performance numbers? Like I've played games in 4K on my PC, 60 frames or around 60. It sure is great, but by the time the heat from my machine is coming off and I get the light bill and my wife is like, hey, you're playing too many games. Light bill is an extra $50. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So I think at the high end, for some people it makes sense, but I don't. For me personally, I would be looking for the good deals on the 1080 Ti.
Yep.
Um,
1070 Ti's. There's a 1070 Ti for 271 the other day.
and
I'm just
three,
like,
4 months ago, that was a $600, $800 card.
yeah, because I bought my freaking GTX 1060 on sale for 340, and I thought I was a steal at the time.
It was.
And now
man.
it's like, whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a bunch of things that Nvidia is promoting. My problem is it gonna? I mean, you have a couple games, maybe the one game that's out now.
I think it's one game that supports, that supports it. Yeah. Or Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Correcting that. Yeah, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Where you're getting a little bit. And I don't even think some of the other acronyms that they're promoting, they got a lot of acronyms.
Dude, acronym everything.
Yeah, but I mean, really, it comes down to fluidity, frames. I mean, the textures, obviously, but for a lot of competitive games that I like to play, we're cutting it. We're putting it at 1080p. We want frames. We want 144 hertz, right?
Yeah, I just need to get a monitor that I can see those on.
I think maybe a subject for another podcast, but is 4K gaming really what we want? I mean, it's being pushed down our throats, but do we really want 4K gaming?
I think, as far as noticeable differences, this is probably would be a topic for another podcast.
I think so. And ask chat what they think, and maybe
chat. Two people had to dip out of chat, man. So I think.
Oh, okay.
I think we had some folks have to dip out. It's all good.
Okay.
They said goodbye. They hung out with us for a solid hour. So, and typically this is an hour show, but we had a lot of catching up to do at the front end. And we still got some stuff to talk about, so I mean, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, we keep it rolling, but anyway, just think about that. I mean, that could be a good subject, I think. Do you want 4K gaming? I mean, really, do you want Microsoft, Sony, whoever's making consoles, do you really want 4K?
Yeah.
And I do want something that I saw on your list of subjects today.
Mm-hmm.
Taco Bell Xbox.
Oh my God.
Talk about it.
It's gorgeous, man. Have you seen the pictures of it?
Have you heard it?
It does the Taco Bell chime.
It goes bong, bong, or whatever.
Yeah, it does the Taco Bell chime instead of the Xbox chime, man. I saw this contest come up, and I was just like, I got to throw it on here just because, one, the chime for the Taco Bell, and I think the ring is like a purple color, the Taco Bell purple color instead of the normal green or whatever. And then
is it the Xbox X?
It's the Xbox One X. So
yeah, see, I would love to win one of those. What's the rules on it? Like, how's it work?
So it's with Taco Bell. Go buy some Taco Bell. No, it's with so the console itself. If you've seen the picture of it, it's this beautiful like gradient platinum, like darker gray platinum to lighter gray platinum, and it's a sexy looking console, if I do say so myself.
I've seen it, but not a great picture on like a Twitter. On my mobile, but I hadn't seen it like a really good, those good shots.
Okay, gotcha. Well, let me pull up a picture here, and we'll throw it up on the stream real quick. Let everybody see what we're talking about if they haven't seen it. There's gonna be.
And I'll just look at your notes here. So this is a contest Taco Bell is October 18th to November 20th. So
yes,
this is not a one and done. This is every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes, yeah, that's a lot of consoles.
Hold on, so we've been on this podcast for how long? An hour and 10 minutes.
An hour and 10 minutes. So that would have been 7.
I gotta go, man.
7 consoles. So
Taco Bell's right up the street. I won't eat the food, but I'll order it just to get the Xbox.
Yeah, just to order the chance. So you got, I think it's the $5 like double chalupa box or something like that. You got to get.
I'd get it and just throw it. Like they hand it to me, I just throw it out the car. Like I don't
They're
want it.
like-
Give me my Xbox.
Like,
Give it
listen,
to me.
give me the pull tag entry ticket. Keep everything else. That's all I'm here for.
Give me an Xbox now.
So if I can pull this up, oh, that's a pretty good color. That's a pretty good image. That's a pretty good image. Let me.
They would kick me out of the local Taco Bell because I would just come in
Here we
every
go.
10 minutes.
I don't know how I can do this. How can I do this? I need to. My stream game. It's terrible, man.
We're gonna have to get a fun you for a Stream Deck or something, man. So you just hit buttons and
Man,
crap. Hit
it's
buttons. And
macros
stuff
for
pops up.
days, son.
You're gonna forget. We know what
So
you do.
that's not what. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Got it. You got it.
I think I can do this. Hold on one second. Scenes. Let me add a source. Let me add a window capture.
This is a rare look into the nuts and bolts, ladies and gentlemen, of the podcast game.
Yes, yes.
You must be a 5-year at least, working on network TV behind the scenes. Must know OBS 0.0. No, it's only at 1.59. And
Nope, that's not working. It's not showing up anything. This is a bunch of garbage.
garbage,
Bunch of garbage. Bunch of garbage.
So Xbox One X, meaning it's the superior one.
It's
My
the superior
Xbox
one.
One S, as in Sam,
Mm-hmm.
it's not even really hooked up anymore. I've kind of given up on Xbox. It definitely, maybe when
My
Halo
friends right now.
comes out,
My
maybe
friends
when
right now.
Halo Infinity comes out. Trust
With those meteor shotguns.
me. Media shotguns, yeah. Yeah, my Xbox One S, it's a good machine. I do like what they did with the hardware, but the X is on another level, and it's platinum. Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That's-
I mean, so yeah, it is the $5 double chalupa box. So you buy that. Looks like it comes with the double chalupa, which just looks like a boat of meat with some toppings.
I would get a
Crunchy
fine.
taco, cinnamon twist. You could eat the cinnamon twist in the drink.
I would throw it all out. Trust me, I would, because I'm going back every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, I'm going to go back. They'll be
my
like,
gosh.
sir, you spent over $500. The Xbox is $400. It's
You're
not
the
platinum.
you're kind of the worst right now.
I can't get a platinum one from Best Buy, so I'll keep coming until you give it to me. And I don't want a coupon. I want the actual Xbox with my chalupa. I want the chalupa to come out and they say, and sir, by the way, here's this. That's what I want.
That's hilarious.
Did you hear about the you remember the McDonald's monopoly, right? Did you hear, like, maybe a couple months ago, that there was a guy, like, he worked security somewhere, and
Okay.
he won, like, he rigged the game to where people he knew or himself somehow won the monopoly.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you have to look that story up, man. So thinking about this contest, I wonder who knows how to get them every 10 minutes.
I know, right? I know. Here we go. This should work.
I used to have a guy at UPS who could get you.
There we go. That's what it looks like. It's a beautiful, beautiful console right there.
Oh, with the new white.
With the new white Elite controller.
Tell them about the white Elite. Make sure you tell them.
I have a regular Elite, and this thing is fantastic. It's
Yeah.
it's artfully crafted, replaceable thumbsticks and D-pad,
It's a tank.
and it's got these hair trigger bumpers that you can adjust on the back, right in there. Shout out to the Xbox ambassadors. One from them. Thank you. Good job, y'all. There you go. What is that garbage? So that's what it looks
I've
like.
got an Elite around here too. I've got an Elite too, but yeah, play on PlayStation. Sony's not smart enough to make their own. So
Nah, they
I ended
gotta
up buying a Scuff
Advantage. Yeah.
the newest one, like the one that just came out that's having all kind of problems.
Oh, really?
Scuff, I think it's Advantage, and I ended up returning it immediately.
Oh my gosh.
Literally within an hour, I played with. I said, "Oh heck no!"
Oh, that's no good. That's no good.
And I knew they were going to charge me a restocking fee, the whole deal. I said, "I don't care. Here, take it." But they ended up giving me a full refund. So
Well, that's good. That's good.
Thanks, Scuff. Good job, Scuff.
Good job. Good customer service, Scuff.
Thank you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, I'm trying to think. What we were just so that's the Xbox One X thing from Taco Bell. I'll definitely be eating some Taco Bell on lunch.
Please Please throw it out.
Might have to take an extended break.
You may not want to eat.
It's
Taco Bell, bro.
It's it's really not like you're ingesting any calories.
Get it
It's
out of
just
your
like
gullet,
input
bro.
output, man. Like it just.
Oh my god.
But anyway, but yeah, I mean that it's
attaching to your gullet on the way down.
Yes. I mean, that's a pretty sweet looking console. Every 10 minutes too. That's what leads me to believe, hey, I have a chance.
Well, I mean, the lottery's tonight. I mean, it's $99.99. Like, you know,
That's crazy.
mega bucks, man.
That's crazy.
What's the chances though? It's going to be somebody in Wyoming.
Probably. I don't know. Could be anybody.
The price of gas is like $1. Is that my computer? Sorry.
Yeah, it might be yours. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that, man. It's a sexy console. It's a nice, that controller's sweet. So I think, but the other thing too is I think you get like a year of Xbox Live Gold and a year of Game Pass or something included with it. So not shabby. Hey, Game Pass is the best. I've talked about it plenty of times before. Again, I know you mentioned it before, like Xbox is really hurting on the exclusive title things, but they're doing more for gamers than Sony has as far as services available.
I mean, they've made a comprehensive package, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
we're gonna table that for a second.
I mean,
for another episode.
You know, they give you what they can. You know, they can offer you what they have. Best, man. I mean, with what they have. I mean,
$10 for an ever expanding library of games
that you probably already paid,
or maybe not.
I mean, there is a backlog of games sometimes. I mean, I'm normally, if I'm gonna play a game, I'm gonna play it when it comes out. I'm not one to really wait too much. I usually go for the gusto, man. It's coming out and I want it, I'm gonna get it.
So how's the Black Ops 4 doing? You got it and not playing it. It's in your backlog now.
But no, it's bought. It's already paid for, so it's done.
Okay.
It's almost like movies. I'm the same way with movies. If I don't go see a movie that in the first 2 weekends, I'm not gonna go see.
Oh my gosh, this guy! You're the.
I just have weird little. I don't know how I developed this. But
I don't know either, man. Who are you?
If the movie comes out, I may not go the first weekend. But if I don't go within the first couple weekends, I'm just not.
Okay.
Not the same to me.
I'll forgive you.
Unless it's a movie like The Lobster.
Oh my, what?
I would have went and saw that at any time.
The Lobster?
This is my tip for the podcast this week. Go see The Lobster.
Audio listeners,
do yourself a favor.
Go see The Lobster. If you hate it, you can find him at CMB2G. Send him all the tweets you want.
Please send it to me. I would definitely love to hear why you don't like it. Change my mind. You know.
Okay, The Lobster. I will have to look into that. I will have to look into that.
You'll like it too, man. You're gonna come back. You're gonna like. You're gonna love it.
Okay. So what do you think of the game subscription services? I know we talked about Game Pass because Discord has announced theirs, right? So Discord, which we're using for this free software we're using for this podcast video call, has announced a monthly subscription service called Nitro, where you get access to a library of PC games, of course, for $10 a month.
Yeah.
Right now, didn't see too many new AAA titles on there. I mean, I understand it's a new service, so I get that that's not going to be there. But there's some good titles on there. Like they have the Darksider series, they have Torchlight series, Metro Last Light.
So these games aren't playing within like the Discord client. It's just it's basically like a Steam store. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and they also have their own store where you can make a purchase now. So it's kind of like the Steam thing, but everybody's pretty much already in Discord all day anyway. So if you're buying your game, might as well buy it from Discord since you already usually have it open. Just click the game and it just launches. So
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, just something. I mean, it seems like everybody's kind of hopping on the monthly subscription service bandwagon as the new business model.
I think for me, like I used to do, was it GameFly?
Mm-hmm.
So GameFly, I had a maybe 2 year relationship with GameFly, and part of me thinks that's the way to go because I kind of like short experiences. I want a game that I can beat in maybe 20 to 30 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah.
and at that point, I'm over it. I'm done. I beat it. It used to be you could beat a game. You get to the end of Mario, and it's over. You're done. Beat it.
Yeah.
Good job. Games nowadays are just services. They're getting more and more like services. So when I think of it that way, I don't think a subscription model would work for someone like myself.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm to a point now where I may buy 3 or 4 games a year.
Yeah.
Well, this year's different. I did get my PC, so Steam still just wanted to be one of the cool kids, and
I bought 3 games on the Steam sale.
Yeah, I bought a lot of games. Actually, Dead by Daylight. I need to get back in there. I'm coming for you, Jason. Ready, Michael. For Michael, I hate Michael Myers in that game. But so yeah, for me, I think it's. I mean, I still have a couple friends who still use like GameFly. We'll see. For me, I think just having a choice is important.
Okay. Yeah.
I think economically it could be good because economically you can make it work for you.
Right.
But I ended up having the issue where I would have a game so long.
I've been there.
Yeah, so I was just spending money for
there.
the same game. So by the time you keep a game, too many months, you pay $80 for it or whatever the monthly fee is. So yeah.
No, trust me, man. I understand that. Yeah, I think it just depends. It just depends on how you play games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And now we're getting many ways to play it. We're playing stuff in Chrome browsers. I mean, dude.
It's intense,
can you imagine in like 10 years what's going to happen?
My eyes pop out of my skull.
Yeah, man. And I saw this thing because right now, big issue is input. Like, how do we interface with all this technology? And I don't know if it was on The Verge or something. And they had like, they were showing this thing where it was like attached to your fingers and you could just tap.
Oh, wow.
To type.
That's crazy.
But it was a new keyboard. It wasn't QWERTY. They're like, we need to get something beyond QWERTY now because QWERTY is not going to work going forward. Cool for if you had a computer at a desk, but for future, you got to find a new input method. So it was pretty cool to see it, man. It's a company that I think they did it for like people with disabilities, but they were able to kind of take the tech. And one day that's how you're going to play it. It's going to be like this, just moving your fingers and your eyes.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. Man. So, have you heard of the game Breach at all? Horrible segue, but I'm just jumping right into it.
No, I haven't heard of Breach. I have not.
It's I got invited to the technical alpha last weekend.
You're just getting invited to all the good stuff, man.
Apparently, I must be on someone's good graces, like on these like email lists, man, because I am getting.
You're getting invited to like the exclusive clubs now, man.
I don't know what's going on with that, man. I'm nobody. I'm nobody.
Well, I mean, you're whoring yourself out, though. I mean, it's great.
I mean, I guess maybe, maybe that's what it is. I don't know, man. Hey,
we want you. We want you to try this out. But tell me more about this game.
I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna go. I need to do a project called "Can you play games for a year without paying a dime?" It's probably been done before. I have to look into it. But just from let's see, I got free preview of the game Vigor on Xbox, which I played Death Garden quite a bit. I was on that for
I played it for the whole weekend.
Yeah,
it was out.
I played it for quite a bit. Then Project Stream, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. What else have I played? Ring of Elysium, that's a completely free to play game.
Yeah.
Now, Breach, played that, like I said, last weekend. And so it's kind of like a It's kind of the perspective of Overwatch, but with like a PvE component.
Okay.
They have different classes that do different things. I played as the Necromancer. I enjoyed it. I don't know. It was kind of cool. I want to see more from it. See where they're gonna go with it.
So is it a competitive arena battle game or?
I don't see. That's one thing that I couldn't quite get around was like how the menu systems work, because there's different game types, and I got in this one game type and I didn't understand how I got there.
Oh.
And I queued up and I'm like, how did I get here?
But is it primarily competitive or is it PvE?
What I played was the mode. I guess the mode that I played was more just like, here's an objective. You yourself, you go do it. So,
okay.
And Overwatch does have those PvE objective based, not seasons, but events. Okay, so yeah. It's kind of like that. You could kind of mobility seemed pretty cool. Like you could jump and like glide through the air. That was the Necromancer thing, though, I think. But I was impressed with it. I mean, it played pretty well. It did crash on me once, but again, technical alpha. Gotta expect things like that to happen. So, and they're doing another technical alpha play tomorrow. I just got the email right before we went live, so might be able to hop on that. It's from 7 to 9, I think. But yeah, so I don't know if you want to go to, I think it's playbreach.com. I think they're still doing signups. If you want to get in on betas and alphas and stuff like that, it's doing pretty good.
What about Dauntless? Did you ever play Dauntless?
I still have Dauntless loaded.
That's free to play?
Yeah, it's like free to play Monster Hunter. Yeah. I had no one to play with, so it was kind of like this big world, and I'm just like, I don't really know what I'm doing.
I played it for a bit too, just to kind of, honestly, for me, I just like to see my PC sometimes. I like to see it do work.
Yeah. Oh, I understand that.
I need different games to really see like how it can perform.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have it installed, but I didn't really play it.
Yeah, I haven't played too much either. Oh, the other, if you want to do first person shooter, free to play, Iron Sight's a free to play game. Yeah, if you want that Call of Duty kind of feel, it's just strictly PvP. It's pretty good. But yeah, what else? What else do we got in here? I think that's about it for game stuff. Have you caught any of the new Daredevil season yet?
I saw this on the list here, and I said to myself, I'm going to disappoint and say that I do not watch Daredevil. I've never seen Daredevil.
It's the best one, man, on Netflix.
None. I've seen zero of Netflix. I mean, Daredevil.
Man, have you watched any of the other Marvel stuff?
I watched the first few episodes of the Iron Fist. I've watched most of the first season of what's the chick with the regular name?
Jessica Jones.
I like that one. And then when Luke Cage came out, I called
Luke Cage was good. Season 1 was good. I haven't gone through season 2 yet of that. But Daredevil's my favorite one, man. It's good. It's good. You need to check that out.
Well, honestly, Rosario Dawson is on that, right?
Yeah, she's in a bunch of them. Yeah.
And that would make me
kind of a continuous. Yeah, that's
she's kind of my bae. I would definitely watch it just for her.
Yeah. So Daredevil season 3's on. I need to dive into that.
Well, let me ask you a question, and maybe you can answer this, because I mean I've seen the advertisements. So the trailer that I saw shows him in his lawyer getup, even though he was in his midnight, hood over his head. But then he runs into like the souped up in the suit Daredevil, like he's got a real suit, the gear. And he's looking at his. I mean, what's that? I mean, he is there another Daredevil, or is he just looking at himself with upgrades? I mean, what's going on? Talk to me.
I'm not sure I saw this trailer you're talking about.
You didn't see the trailer? It's like a really.
I saw the one where he's in the confessional. That's about the only one I've seen for season 3.
This is more of a 15-second like reveal type of quick thing you would see on Twitter or Instagram. And it was literally just kind of him. And I mean, they showed, how they cut things in and out really quick.
Yeah.
But the big thing was they showed him kind of in regular clothes. He still had his, the half hood that was covering his eyes, but the rest of his face, but it's like a burlap sack or something.
Right.
But then they show like the suit, like the comic book version of Daredevil.
Right.
Like
so it's where he was and where he is. So in season 1, he didn't have the suit in season 1 when season 1 started.
Right. He was just fighting, right? Yeah.
Just fighting. He had that thing over his eyes, that burlap thing, looking like Kenji from Mortal Kombat. Or is it Kenshi? Kenshi, maybe. I think it's Kenshi, Mortal Kombat. So that's how he was in most of the season 1. That's how he looked. Was just like Under Armour long sleeve shirt, like
Right.
black pants, burlap, eye mask. So
Right.
So I think it's just that's just showing. I think
So he's already in the suit.
yes, and in season 3, yeah, he should be. I'm trying to remember. Season 2 was out so long ago to me now. I'm trying to remember everything that happened in season 2. But he did have the suit in season 2. So
yeah, the problem with Netflix is that you run a season in a couple weekends.
Yeah.
And honestly, for a lot of people, that's conservative. Some people run through it in a weekend.
That they do, man. They do.
That's different. That's much different than how we used to watch TV, Bubs.
You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying.
The show comes on Friday night. Hey,
yeah.
Friday, you better be there or where?
Are you gonna miss it?
That's
how it was, man. We're old guys. We remember the old days. I remember having to get up and turn a knob on the TV to change channels. I remember that, man. Yeah. I remember that stuff.
Yeah, man. Oh.
So.
And now we have our own little communities, our Discords, our own little worlds that we live in. So it's cool, but sometimes you miss the old stuff.
Yeah.
To watch a show now, like you said, you watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
You go to work that on Monday and start talking about the episode, not the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
Can't even remember it. So
yeah,
it's good and bad.
Yeah, I think we've just gotten to a point where we just consume content without really absorbing it half the time.
Yeah, and there's so much content.
And I think that's it. We're trying to get fed with a fire hose because there's so much of it out there.
Yeah. Yep. And I mean, I think for me, I don't really watch any TV. Very rarely you catch me watching.
Yeah.
And I have 0 shows like Sunny. I probably think Sunny is probably the only show that I say right now is my show. That Wednesdays I tape it on the DVR and I go and watch it by the weekend, and I watch it every week religiously. But Mr. Robot, whenever it comes back, that's my only other show.
Okay.
That I can say I own.
Yeah. I mean,
see now I'm contradicting myself. The Ozarks, gosh, I love the Ozarks.
Haven't watched that
on Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't watched that. I've heard good things, but
I haven't watched it. I love it.
Yeah, I don't watch much TV either, man. It's usually just something. My wife is the DVR queen. She's the one that has all like the reality TV shows and like what I call the trash TV, like just. Reality TV, nothing that great, but it helps her to turn off, kind of chill out, and because she can kind of ignore it, she doesn't have to pay a whole lot of heavy attention to it. So, and I get that, help her wind down a little bit. But
So how did you feel about Iron Fist being canceled? I mean, were you a fan or what?
I didn't. So I haven't watched season 2. Season 1 was an absolute struggle for me to get through. It was bad. Dude, I was like, I just gotta see if it gets any better, man. And it really didn't.
Right.
So like season 2 came out. Obviously the trailers hyped it up a little bit, made me a little interested, but I'm just like, I don't know, man. So now it's canceled. I can see why. Just based on season 1, I don't know how well season 2 improved or how well received it was, but based on season 1 alone, I can see why.
What do you think they are pushing for Marvel Defenders? Like a show like an Avengers type story. I mean, they're all interconnected, but I thought they were maybe pushing to that would be a point to where they would have a Marvel Defenders season of that, like they do the Avengers way.
Maybe
it's hard. Do you think that they could still do that, or maybe they could still bring him back just for that, or would they just have to there is no Iron Fist?
No, I think they could. I mean, I think they could bring him back and tie him into the Defenders.
Maybe he's been off and back to the monastery.
Exactly. He could be off doing other things, just get pulled back in.
He could be hanging out with Hawkeye.
There you go. Him and Hawkeye. Hawkeye chilling.
They're hanging out. Yeah, they're hanging out.
But yeah, I think they could do that, man. I think they could do that. Pull him back in. So
well, Netflix and chill, man. I'm all about it, but I just don't do the Netflix part. I just chill.
Destiny and chill.
Destiny and chill. Yep.
That's it, man. That's your life. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for hanging out in chat, for the hosts and the new follows. Appreciate it. I am Bubdrum. You can find me on Xbox Live, Steam, Mixer, Twitter. I think I covered all my bases as BUBDRUM for all you audio listeners. Hit me with a follow on those platforms. And you are?
I am CMB2G. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on everything at CMB2G. If you find another one, it's not me. I'm on everything.
Right. Hey man, really appreciate you co-hosting with me tonight, man. It's been great. It's been great catching up with you, talking all the things, gaming and whatnot. And yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We will see you next time.
Peace.